Hello, Hillary Raven Porter, Astral Shaman here. I want to talk a little bit about stress. In particular, I want to talk about the come down from stress and what that looks like for your levels of energy. I recently had a client reach out, loads of stress happening in their life. And we're not talking short term, because short term stress, okay. But we're talking chronic loads of stress for long periods of time. This is hard on the body. This depletes our adrenals, right? Because we only have so much. So think of your adrenals, kidney tubes, they're on top of your kidneys, as little batteries, constantly being depleted by family requirements, by unexpected financials, by relationships, by taking care of the children, by economy stress, by like all these things getting piled on, piled on, piled on, piled on, piled on. Maybe it's just one thing. Everybody's different as to what their capacity is. But the common theme is chronic continued stress depletes the system. What I hear often is, I'm so tired. Because there's so much stress and they're just like, I'm so tired. This is a different tired. This is a different tired than when you actually are held and able to come to a space of feeling safe and down off the ledge, right? We know this feeling. We've had stress for a long period of time. We've had requirements for a long period of time in our life. This could even just be a full month. We're not talking like a short-term stress. Month goes into 2 months, goes into 3 months. Maybe it's years. Maybe there's health stress. All of these levels. And you become so tired, but you're wired and tired. You're like, I'm exhausted, but I also can't sleep. And da, 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 da. So you feel jacked up, but this background level of tired. When we are able to let go of some of that stress, when that stress is reduced, or even if all of that stress is still there, but the system is being able to be supported in a way that helps it show up. I mean, ideally, we want to remove some of the stressors if possible. And sometimes that's not possible. They're still going to keep coming. So what we need to do is support the foundational structure, right? Which then helps those things feel not so heavy. So again, you're either removing some of the weight, some of the stressors, hopefully also in conjunction with the things that support. That can be something like adaptogens for herbs. That can be frequency work. That can be regular massages to help release those endorphins. All of these different levels of things. I like to work with multiple things to help support them. So this recent client then comes in after the first acute losing my mind session. Not me, them. And they come in and they're like, now I'm just exhausted. So they came in tired before, but now they're just exhausted. Think of it like you're holding a muscle. And you're holding it, and you're holding it, and you're holding it, and you're holding it. And then all of a sudden, you're told you can let it go now. This, you feel like, oh, I'm starting to shake, I'm starting to get tired. But then all of a sudden you release and you're just like, everything just, whoom, let's go. This isn't a bad thing that all of a sudden, when you're able to come down off the ledge, you feel exhausted. We think, oh, I removed these stresses. I did these things to support me as I'm moving through these, right? I got the exercise, I got the healing work, I'm taking the herbs, I'm taking the supplements, I'm doing the things. So shouldn't I feel better? The thing is, you've been holding up here for so long that to come, let's say this is your normal showing up to the world, like energy levels, you're like, yeah, I feel great right here. But you've been so jacked up here that when you come down to your normal level, to your natural resting state of calm, even if you're only coming halfway, that's a drop. So it can feel, one, like less, and two, it is less jacked up here. Your adrenal system, your fight, flight, or freeze is like, oh, I don't have to be on there. And you're like, oh, so relatively you do feel less. And also you're then seeing that recognition and feeling that recognition of how depleted your batteries, your kidney tubes, your adrenals actually are. And sometimes when you come down, you actually go below your threshold for a while until it comes back up. So in these moments, as you're feeling that being held, as you're feeling that safety, as your nervous system is being able to breathe and be supported, honor this tired. Honor this exhaustion. Notice this, recognize this as a rebuilding phase. And not rebuilding as like, I'm building it back up right now, but a nourishing. It's like you're convalescing. It's this space where there's such a depletion that you're like, oh, what tools do I need to put in there? What food do I need to be fed on all levels? Spiritual, emotional, actual food, rest, movement. What do I need to bring in to nourish this? And maybe the movement is literally just stretching in bed. That's okay. When coming down off of this fight, flight, or freeze, go, 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 adrenal high, that is actually a depletion. Honor that space of, oh, now I'm really tired. I let it go. The weight isn't as heavy as it was. And under that, I needed to breathe. And it's okay. Honor it. Okay? And know that if you need any support, if you need any love, if you need any help with this safe space, you're not alone. I'm here. There's tons of other healers around. If you have a friend, a family member, somebody you can talk to, please do. Is there a way that you can share the load? If not, support your foundational system. Yeah? The food that you eat, the rest that you get, everything that you ingest, including media, and nourishing, yin, receptive, juicy movements. Yeah? And my go-to, which is nature time. Get out there as much as you can. Okay? So much love and Stardust. If you need me, you know where to find me. And I'll talk to you soon.